Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to Syriana Analysis. I'm your host, Kevork Almassian. Today is the 10th of April, 2025, and this is a new video commentary for you. But before I jump into politics and analysis, I would like to make a happy announcement. Starting tomorrow, Friday, historian and brilliant analyst Dr. Tarek Chiril Amar will be a regular guest on Syriana Analysis. We will do 1 hour live streams together every Friday. So if you're excited about that, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Now, let's talk about today's topic.
يلا At this moment, I want to state that Israel won't let Syria threaten its settlements and security interests. IDF forces will stay and act on Mount Hermon and in security zones to protect Golan Heights and Galilee settlements from any threat, as we did yesterday when we hit terrorists threatening our forces. I warned Syria's ruler, Julani, if you let hostile forces to Israel enter Syria and risk Israeli security interests, you'll pay a very heavy price. The Air Force's actions yesterday against airports in T4, Hama, and Damascus area are a clear message and warning for the future. We won't allow harm to Israel's security.
For over 14 years, I warned that the so-called Syrian revolution would end with foreign powers carving up the country, a prediction dismissed as Assadist propaganda by Western-funded analysts who never set foot in Syria, didn't speak Arabic, and had no grasp of the region's complexities. Now the truth is undeniable. Israel and Turkey are negotiating to divide Syria between them, with a deconfliction line ensuring their imperial ambitions do not clash. So what are the details of the deal? Israel and Turkey are establishing a military coordination framework similar to the one Israel has with Russia, allegedly to avoid direct confrontation in Syrian airspace. Azerbaijan brokered the talks, confirming its role as a key facilitator between Ankara and Tel Aviv. Azerbaijani President Aliyev said Baku supports the Julani regime because during Assad's leadership, Syria took a very pro-Armenian and anti-Azerbaijani position. Anyways, Israel demanded that Turkey not establish bases near Palmyra, a strategic area that overlooks several regions in the country. Netanyahu warned that any Turkish moves threatening Israel would be met with force, hence the recent airstrikes on Turkish scouted air bases. Erdogan seeks permanent military bases in central Syria, effectively turning the country into a Turkish pawn. The planned Turkish-Syrian Defense Pact would grant Ankara control over Syrian airspace, something Israel will not tolerate. Where is the leader of Syria, Abu Muhammad al-Jolani, in all this? Nowhere. The so-called Free Syrian regime has zero say in these negotiations. Turkey dictates policy while Israel bombs Syrian infrastructure at will. The revolution that claimed to fight for freedom and dignity has delivered foreign occupation and partition. But this was always the plan. Turkey wanted a client state in northern Syria. Israel wanted weak fragmented Syria to secure the Golan and Mount Hermon, balkanize the country, and prevent Iranian influence. And don't forget, the US facilitated both agendas under the guise of democracy promotion. On the media side, the same mainstream journalists who spent years saying Assad is killing his own people now silently accept that Turkey occupies big parts of Syria, installing a Takfiri regime in Damascus. Israel bombs Syria at will, destroying its air defenses to ensure total dominance. These they championed are now silent as foreign powers carve up their country. So, what comes next? Turkey controls the north, Israel dominates the south, the US maintains its El-Tanf garrison, and Russia retains limited influence on the Syrian coast. On the other hand, the axis of resistance, Iran, Hezbollah, Syria, has not emerged victorious. Syria is now a battleground for Turkish-Israeli power struggles. The Palestinian cause, once a rallying cry, is nowhere in the discussion. Eventually, Syrian people, regardless of their political, ethnic, and religious background, lost their country. The revolution didn't bring freedom. It brought foreign domination. For over a decade, I argued that this war was never about democracy. It was about geopolitical re-engineering. Now, with Israel and Turkey dividing Syria between them, the truth is undeniable. The experts who mocked these warnings owe Syria an apology, but they won't give one because they were mercenaries from the beginning. Because for them, Syria was never a real country, just a chessboard for an empire. I've been your host, Kevork Almassian of Syriana Analysis. If you like this content, please hit the like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I will see you tomorrow with Tarek Chiril Ammar at 11 a.m. Eastern American Time, 5 p.m. Central European Time. Peace be upon you and upon your families. Salam.